So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Come and be wine and fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover my mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude. Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your association.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. I know we always say, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatania, Xenorania, Sonaranius. Each and everyone is welcome on Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics. Doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You wear a pink t-shirt, a purple t-shirt, a maroon t-shirt. Each and everyone is welcome on Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are the only program on the planet with an oath/pledge to the people that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Take a listen.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our oath/pledge to you, the people, that will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm going to bring in my pal here, the man himself, the young man, Uncle Tommy Boy. Tommy, how you going?
Very good, thank you. And yourself?
Tommy Boy, it's been a journey the past 48 hours. A journey.
A journey,
Yeah. But
rough or smooth?
rough journey.
Well, that too will pass. That too will pass.
Yeah, it passed. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. I got some bad news on Thanksgiving Day that Chichi lost his wife Cynthia. That was sad to hear.
Yeah, and I was there at that funeral too.
My daughter represented. She told me she saw you there.
Yeah. That was sad. It's funny you say that, but my wife, played a big role in that, and she always used to go over to the house and take care of Cynthia and a lot of things, man. My wife is a good soul.
Yeah, man. Cynthia was a good one too. Very good
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah. She was a good one. My wife used to be over there almost every day, man. Back and forth, you know. And yeah, that was one of the things. And that was the day. The funeral was on Friday. And but Tommy, you ever had well, my wife saying it's a bug, eh? You ever had food poisoning?
Yes, I have.
Tommy boy?
It's
I think I had food poisoning. My wife saying it's a bug, but she has it now. And I think it's food poisoning because they recall carrots, right?
yeah, salmonella.
Yes, and in the rice, in the rice for Thanksgiving, there was carrots in the rice. But not only that, my daughter, she started to feel the same symptoms that I had. And Tommy, it's interesting, Tommy. You know, some part of Proverbs say, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they are old, they wouldn't depart from it.
This is true.
Something to that effect, right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And Tommy, I have to say, this little boy from Chumaka Clavantel, and you could give your own story as well. This little boy from Chumaka Clavantel was so proud of my son and daughter for the last 48 hours. When I was down and out, I was down and out, Tommy. I ain't gonna lie to you. And it started right in the funeral on Friday. So I was in the church and I started to feel a little sick, man. I just wasn't feeling good. So I went to the bathroom. I don't remember if I think I vomited in the bathroom, I think I did. I remember. But anyway, so my son says to me, he said, Dad, you shouldn't go to the cemetery. Yeah, let me take you home. I said, all right, let me take you home. He said, let me go and buy you some Pedialyte and some crackers. It's all suggestion for my son.
Yes.
So on the way home, we was in his girlfriend's car, right? And she have a nice car. Put it that way. She have a nice car.
Hmm.
And Tommy, on Irvington Avenue
Yeah,
in Newark.
yeah, I know where. Yeah,
uh,
you left the Adventist church right there on Norman Road.
correct. And when we make, and I say, always stop, always pull over. And Tommy boy, I empty my stomach on Irvington Avenue.
Wow.
I see carrots come up, but I didn't know about the carrot thing until another friend of mine who is a friend here, he tell me about it. I say, yeah, boy. Tommy boy, I ain't sleep. It's Friday night, I ain't sleep. You understand? And then my daughter brought me Pepto Bismol. She bought me a ginger ale. And Tommy is interesting. I haven't consumed a soda. Must be in over 20 something years. And she bought this soda for me. I said, Daddy, I had to drink this ginger ale. I drink the ginger ale, boy, Tommy. I feel I burp right after, boy. I must be burp for 20 years, Tommy.
Hmm.
That's a 20-year-old burp.
That
And
was a belch. That was a belch.
boy, a double belch. Right. And I started to feel better. So Friday come, I ain't sleep much, because I already passed out most of it from the top, Tommy.
Right.
The rest now is only passing out from the bottom. You know
From
what I
the
mean?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and it's watery too bad. Only water.
Goodness.
It's water. So Saturday come now. I say, you know what, boy? I could sit down in this house and feel sorry for myself and all kind of thing. I said, nah. I'm going out and try to run 1 mile. Just 1 mile. So I went out And I had 2 clients after that. So I went out, Tommy. I started to run and thing. First lap. Oh, did I say I get you get me the Pedialyte, right?
Yes.
So I finished 3/4 of that Pedialyte. That tastes Pedialyte does taste good.
Hmm.
It's the first time I had it, but it does taste good. So yesterday morning I said, nah boy. I could feel sorry for myself and lay down in this bed and knowing that I have whatever it is, food poisoning or whatever. I said, nah, I had to get up. And I go into the track and I want to run 1 mile. That's all a mile to me. I only want to run a mile. Right? So I went, I did my stretches, I did all kind of thing. So I started to go, man. The first lap, I said, but this didn't feel bad. You understand? The
Mhm.
second lap, I wanted something, Tommy. The
Yeah.
third lap, I said, but boy, who is this? Fourth lap, I said, well, look, now let me try next mile. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I ended up doing 2 miles. I did 2 miles in 20 minutes.
All right.
The first mile was 11 minutes, and the second mile was 10 minutes. Now, the idea here is not no time, you know. The idea here was just to get around the track.
Yeah, just get the body moving.
Yeah, boy, Tommy, and I ain't gonna lie, when I finished, boy, I felt like the sweat, boy. I felt so good, man. So good. You know, now remember, I haven't eaten anything since Friday. Since Friday, I ain't eat nothing. So,
Food poisoning is a serious thing, you know.
boy, you know.
That
Yes,
that took out a real good friend, musician friend of mine. He had moved back to Trinidad, built a beautiful house in Santa Cruz, and ate some curry, winded up dead.
boy, that thing, boy. So yesterday now, I wake up in the morning. I say, boy, I go do one of my smoothie. I had to try and get something in the system. Right? So I make a smoothie. I drink a little bit of it just to test it. I drink it, I test it. I say, everything's staying down, Tom. Staying down. I good to go. So in the middle of the day now, I finished drinking the smoothie. I say, all right, I good to go now. Now I'm trying to figure out, Tommy, what next I could eat. You understand? Because
Hmm.
they have all kind of food in that fridge. I ain't gonna eat none of that food, all kind of thing. My mother-in-law make some pie, potato pie. You understand?
Hmm.
I don't look like it have no carrots or anything in it. Let me try 2 of them. I take 2, I put it in, I heat it up, and I lick it down, and it stayed on.
Right.
Then I know I was good. And that is the story, man. So today, when we finish here, I'm gonna go outside and see if I could do a little 3-mile run. You know, just you know, not about time. It's just about getting the body moving. But that was the story. Now, Tommy, my daughter have the same thing.
Oh
My
Lord,
wife had the same thing.
Lord.
And I telling them it's food poisoning. Them telling me no, it's a bug. I feel it's food poisoning, man. You know? But I is the story, Tommy. So it was a
How is Malcolm?
Malcolm good because yesterday my wife and them went by him because he doesn't live in New Jersey anymore. And he good. I had to call him to see if he good too, yeah.
He didn't eat the same thing with you on
And
Thanksgiving.
they say everybody in Thanksgiving they eat the same thing. Everybody eat the rice with the carrots and thing in it.
Could be a bug.
Huh?
I said it could be a bug.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's something. But I feel way. I feel much better. And this morning I had some tofu eggs with 4 slices of bread. I take out 6 there, Tommy.
Hmm.
I couldn't make 6. I could only get to 4.
Well, you had to build back.
Yeah, boy, it ain't easy, boy. It ain't easy. But I thank God for his blessings that, it's over with.
In all things, you give thanks.
Yeah, my wife and my daughter just had to go through it now. Now, the same thing, my wife, same thing, my daughter and my son give to me. I am now giving to my
To
daughter and
your
my
wife and daughter.
yeah.
Well, I hope they feel better soon and they be back to normal because I know your daughter has to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but it's all good, man. It's all good. So let's go to the chat. And first then he says, Mr. Intellectual, good afternoon, Prawn Uncle T and all villagers. Hope you all having a super special Sunday filled with all of God's choices, blessings. Bijram says, good day, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street. All listeners, share the live today menu, rice dal and curry goat. So that's rice with chana, right?
Dal is not chana. Dal is split peas.
Well, split peas is not chana.
No.
Why call it a wrong name then?
Yep.
Okay, so split peas and rice.
Yeah, split peas. But you
And rice.
you had to cook the peas in a way.
They don't make it end up like it's flour, sort of.
No, you just make like a soup.
And then you put it you put it on top of the rice.
Yes. Or you eat it beside the rice.
Oh, I think we had that, but we call it split peas. Split
All
peas.
right.
Oh, all that by all yeah?
Dal?
The split peas one.
Yeah. The dal. I know the dal.
But it have different dal or it's just one type of dal?
Well, I understand this week from the show when we were talking about it that dal is a general term for most peas dishes. Who shared that information? Somebody shared it in the chat.
No, wait. What you saying is when you say dal, you could mean a red beans dal?
I'm not sure, but I knew it to be split peas. But somebody said dal is a term that they use in Hindi for most peas.
So we had to get a little clarification on that. So folks, we asking the question, dal. Tell me, you could have been laughing at me, and saying, well, he's really a Trinidadian in truth. Yes, born and bred in Navantil, right? But my experience is different from a lot of other people's experience. So if I don't know, I just don't know. Tommy, it's just some PNM people who don't know that they don't know. And if you tell them that they don't know, they don't want to know that they don't know, even though they know that they don't know. If I don't know, I don't know. So as Bijram says, rise down. I want to know. Hold on. Let's take this call. Mr. Intellectual, welcome. Mr. Intellectual.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I thought we discussed this dal thing last week.
No, but it changed.
Uncle T was correct in the sense that all peas, right, done a specific way is known as dal.
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
Split peas itself, right?
Yeah.
Is one of the most popular ones that we have in Trinidad.
Okay.
But lentils and stuff like that is much more popular in India and those places and compared to our split peas, right? But all is considered dal.
So wait. Even if I cook red beans alone, that is a dal?
Yeah.
And I put the red beans on top of the rice.
No, it had to be done a certain way, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, like some people would just boil the split peas. I mean the red beans, and they stew it,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
That's not dal. Dal is the one where you use the um, thing like jeera and garlic and some other condiments, and
You chunk it.
you add it, you chunk it down.
So why you swizzle it up like you swizzle kalalu?
Some people do,
Okay.
but once it reaches a consistency that most people would enjoy, right? Some people like split peas very thin. Some people like it thick. Some people like it chunky. You know, so that is how they do it. But it have a way that it is prepared that is called dal. The chunky in part is what is important. You know, you use your cumin and your garlic and stuff like that, and maybe some wood pepper and thing, and you fry that and you chunk it on, you chunk it in the anything.
So if I put it in rice, if I put it in rice, and I cook it together, that is not dal. That is not dal rice.
Is dal rice. It have another name for it. Khichdi. They just call it the Hindu people or the Hindi word is khichdi. There is boiled dal and rice together, and they make it something looking like a pilau,
Right.
but it's just dal and rice
Right. I
cooked
was
together.
talking about. Because like if I cook,
Some people just call it split peas rice.
right. So if I cook and I put black beans and red beans with the rice, is that dal rice?
A type, yeah, it could be a type of dal rice.
But you gotta cook the peas a little bit. You just can't just boil it or just stew it. You gotta chunk it and make sure it
And things.
But it's
So
still the same. It's still the same piece, Tommy. And
no the preparation is what makes the difference.
the preparation is what makes a difference.
All right. Yeah, man. Thanks a lot.
I wanted to share something with you, Professor.
Go ahead.
You see that food poisoning thing?
Yeah.
Let me tell you how dangerous it is.
Yeah, bro.
Not only that it could kill you, but it could leave you with serious damages, right? My third son, he had food poisoning. I think was a bad piece of cheese or something that they ate, and he got food poisoning with it. Went to the hospital and stuff like that and thing, and they gave him medication and things to deal with it. But the sickness persisted.
Yeah.
And you know what we end up finding out about 2 weeks after? That bug that caused the food poisoning damaged his heart.
Wow.
Now he cannot work on the outside or anything like that again. You know.
Wow.
He had to be on medication right through. You know.
Man. Yeah, bro.
That's how dangerous these kind of thing is. You know, you don't play with them kind of thing. You know.
My first time.
Sometimes you might escape by treating self-treating it and thing, but it's very, very important that when you hear you suspect that you get about a food poisoning, you seek medical attention, you know.
And what you're saying is truly important because, like I was saying before, very good friend of mine, guitar player, we worked together for years, died right there in Santa Cruz because he got curry, he ate some bad curry and tried to treat himself instead of going to the doctor or going to the hospital or wherever and winded up dead.
Most of the time we had to count ourselves lucky when you hear, or no, I shouldn't say lucky, but we had to count ourselves blessed that we who pass through about food poisoning, especially with salmonella and them kind of thing, and get over it without any kind of damage to the system, we ought to be so grateful to God that He protect us
That's
and that
right.
we get over it without medical intervention, you know.
I agree, man. I agree full-heartedly. You know, I that was my first experience with that boss, and I ain't gonna lie to you. For that 24 hours, boy,
You feel like if you're gonna die.
boy, I feel, you know, but you know what it is though? When I bring up whatever was left in my stomach, I felt way better, you know. You see, once all
You
this stuff
normally
was
do.
still inside him, man, I was feeling bad.
Yeah,
Man.
you normally do. I
Yeah.
had a couple of bouts of food poisoning too.
Them toxins.
I know what it is like.
Yeah, man.
But before I leave you guys,
Mm.
I have a question to ask.
Yeah.
Now we had confirmed that the behavior of the government is that they was going to take that salary increase.
Correct.
How do the people feel who got the 4% and they hoping that they might get 5 when some of them get 47 and 56% and all them kind of thing? How do they feel that these are the people that they put there to administrate on their behalf and them taking the bulk and giving them the crumbs? How they feeling now?
Yeah, man. We go answer that. Yes.
Have a blessed one, gentlemen.
All right, man. Take care.
You too. Thanks.
You know, Tommy. Brooklyn, welcome.
Well, shit, good day to you, good day, Uncle Tommy, and good day to
Thank
the viewers and listeners. Well, shit, well, I disagree on saying anything you cook with peas, cook up is considered dal, because you can't call a pilau a dal pilau. Pilau peas in it.
No.
This is
What-
dal. Uncle Tommy saying something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn, let me stop you and clarify what was said. What was said is that the preparation is what makes.
Uncle Tommy, I heard what was said, but let me finish my contribution. You go understand where I'm coming from now. Because dal, if you just cook split peas and you don't let it basically cook till it melt in the pot like a gravy, it's
True.
not split peas and rice.
True.
Dal is carry it right down when you melt it.
That's right.
Sauce like a soup. That is why they call it dal, because it's no longer peas now. It's like a gravy.
That's
You
soup.
understand? Yes. So to prepare any peas, I cook anything. I will still put my garlic and burn it in the oil and put all these different things that is put to prepare it. That's a flavoring. That's not to call it dal. That's to give it that taste. You understand? But dal, split peas itself, when you cook it, if you just cook it and it's still have peas, it's called split peas and rice. Because we cook split peas and okra and rice cook up. You know about saltfish, okra, split peas and rice? You know about that?
Yes, I'm fully aware of these dishes.
So then you can't call that a dal saltfish cook. You understand what I'm saying?
No. The preparation, you gotta bring the peas down to the soupy state for it to be dal.
Yes. For it to be dal. This is what I'm saying. This is the point I'm making.
But Brooklyn,
So yeah.
if you cook the peas first, right? Before you put in the rice, and a few of them peas bust up, right? The peas bust up, a few of the pigeon peas bust up, whatever it is, and they bust up and they grind up, and then you put it in the rice. Why it can be a pigeon peas or black beans dal rice?
No, you can't call it that, because you could be cooking pilau and the peas do the same thing, but it's a pilau. You have to understand different people. You see, everybody is saying different. At different places you go in the Caribbean and throughout the world. Like if you go to like Puerto Rico and them place, or Dominican, or for instance Venezuela. Anyway, they have special dish where they would have peas and rice cook up, but they wouldn't call it that. You know, it will have a different name. So this is what I'm saying. Dal, to prepare a dal, especially we know dal as split peas. When I Diwali time, you go and get your shatine, your bhaji, your pumpkin, your dal. You get all them things on the leaf. I know dal is dal, but dal have to be basically the peas must melt like a gravy, right? When you cook anything with peas, like pigeon peas don't melt like a gravy. You can't get pigeon peas to melt like that. You could cook pigeon peas till tomorrow. You understand? It didn't go melt like a dal. The split peas have a special way this melt. You understand? That's why mostly people use split peas. The lentil peas, even though it melt, it may still have little piece taste in it. You know, the dal is a different thing itself. So I don't understand what I'm trying to say. I ain't trying to say other part of the world they might call all peas dal, but when we talk about Trinidad and Tobago, dal is dal. We know what is dal because we know about making a cook up with okra, split peas, and all kind of thing cook up there with a little pigtail in it. And boy, you talk about nice pot. That is nice pot. So as I say, when it comes to cook, I just cook. I cook since I was 14 years. So I could explain myself and tell you what it is. You know, I grew up cooking. You understand? So when we talk about dal, we know directly. When they talk about dal, you know, is that peas, that yellow peas, split peas, right? They also put it in like you all should know the difference between dal puri and roti. You think all roti is the same. Dal puri have the same split peas in it. Mash up. That is dal puri. And roti is just like roti, bust up shot. You understand? You don't know.
Can I know about bust up shot? What is that one?
You know about bust up shot, but you didn't know about dal puri.
What is that one, Brooklyn? I know what bust up shot.
No.
It was Sada he was confused about.
Sada roti. Oh, go get it correct now, man.
Like black, it's like a flat bake. It's just like how we bake roast bake thick. Sada roti is like a flat roast bake. Flat. You understand? So I again I grew up. I lived 3 years in Shogun. I could up here. I went Shogun as junior sex. So I grew up around Indian people and things. So I know what I'm telling you. I ain't telling you things by guess, you know. You understand? I live in Indian people's house. So,
all right, let me take this next one. Chef Culinary. Let me take this next one. Yeah, man. Bless. Mr. Karanaj, welcome. Mr. Karanaj.
Good afternoon. Wall Street and Mr. Professor.
Yeah, man.
But when the program later, you're talking about food poisoning. Somebody got food poisoning?
Yeah, I get food poisoning.
From what? If I may ask. Any idea what caused it?
I think it's from carrots. They had recalled some carrots, I think. And it had
carrots and sweet peppers.
Huh?
But there's a mild. You see some food poisoning you could have you could control it yourself, right? Like vegetable food poisoning, but it has some food poisoning. It's like meat because the bacteria does not die, you know. Right, the bacteria just stay dormant. When you season chicken and you put it in the freeze and thing, the bacteria is there, you know. Right. It just go dormant. But as long as you cook it and you put it on, like we say in a restaurant, you put it on the line. There are some restaurants, if you are aware, meats have to stay on the line for 2 hours, right? Yes. After that, you get rid of it, right? So it has some, so it has something called, I lost my thought. But it's a FIFO system, right? Because I am a chef and know about, right? So as long as you have the food under a certain temperature, the bacteria multiplies by the millions, right? So your food have to be in a certain temperature, right? And for you to get food poisoning from carrots, I think that means that it left outside under for a long while. And it have food poisoning that man will kill you in an instance, right? As I say, salmonella. You remember? I don't know if you remember the in sentence with the nutmeg, with the eggs. What are the people that died? If you ever heard about that?
No, I remember
that was salmonella from the eggs. So people have to be very, very, very careful. Food poisoning. If you go on Google and you find out how many people die for the year from food poisoning. We in Trinidad does not be aware. Culinary and when the hotel school, when they're doing HACCP, they should show you films, right? And in Trinidad, here a lot of people get serious food poisoning, but that don't come out to the general public. But it is something you have to be very, very. We take granted for foods on a Sunday. You know, we leave our food outside because we're going for our second rounds and then putting it in the fridge. You gotta be careful. And fly landing on food too. Could cause serious damage. And a fly lay an egg and you consume that, and you could die within hours.
Yeah, man.
So good program.
Yeah, man.
I just locked on, so I'll tune in or
Okay.
later on.
Yeah,
Any
man.
comments and then get more debated. Anything about the SRC today?
Yeah. After the top of the hour, we get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy, boy. This thing, you know. We continue in the chat. This, you know. Hey, Bejam, you see where you start?
It's all good.
You see what Bejam is you start at, you know. I feel Bejam just do that to trigger me, you know. You think so?
It's all good, man.
Yeah, all right. Biznat, welcome. Caribbean Soul, good afternoon, WZYE and listeners. Song says, good afternoon, Professor Warshid, Uncle Tommy. Good afternoon to all in the chat.
Good afternoon.
Caribbean Soul says, Warshid, what is sad is one of the pariah divers' father passed away without justice or assent for the government. Yeah. The government spend more money on the attorneys for that than their families ever receive. The commission of inquiry, I think, was over $15 million, Tommy. And plus the attorney fees, that might, when they finish, that might be close to over 30 million.
They prefer to spend that money than to give the family some sort of compensation.
And not only that, Tommy, but to give the prime minister that big back pay. You understand, boy?
Boy, it's a sad state. I hope the people do the right thing. I just hope so.
Caribbean Soul say, what is your views on Kamala's statement to raise gambling and use of marijuana to 25 years? Do you think that will have an effect on the young voters turnout? Nah, I don't really think so. You think so, Tommy? Nah, I think that big enough. Yeah? I don't know. Because the amount of comments I saw from youth, I tell myself, Trinidad is brain dead nation. Yeah, I know. CJ, good afternoon. Where are you joining us from? Shanika, welcome.
Sometimes what if Kamala trying to lose the next election on purpose?
Nah, I don't think so.
Instead of focusing on things and giving good solutions and coming up with ideas to help the country.
But I think I think she have put better ideas on the table than the PNM so far. What is the PNM ideas? They don't have a problem with the SRC getting the Prime Minister over 40-something% raise. And you know about Tommy? And we will get into this after the top of the hour. But let me go through the chat first. You know what's interesting, Tommy? It's interesting to me that the PNM people will defend the Prime Minister getting 10 times more increase. What do we say 12 times more increase? 12 times more increase than people who really needed it. So we think about this, right?
It's sad. It's very sad.
Let me round off the Prime Minister increase to $20,000 a month. Right? $20,000 a month. You multiply that by 12, that's 240,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about this, Tommy. How much money does a CPEP worker or a URP worker make a fortnight? How much money? Just guess. We guessing here. We guessing.
$600? I don't know.
$600?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Let me guess. You say 600 a fortnight?
Just a guess.
Nah. Let me go to 1,000. Let me go to 1,000. Let me get him a raise. $1,000 a fortnight.
That would be $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month. $24,000 a year. Can you imagine the Prime Minister in 1 month could pay one of them CPEP workers?
Could pay two. No, he getting 20,000
a month. Them getting 24 a year. So he could take a month's salary. Say a month. And he could say, all right, listen, you're a CPAP worker, you in Lavanti, I go subsidize your salary. You in Mova, I go subsidize your salary. That is a prime minister with compassion.
Because that 20,000 could pay 10 CPAP workers.
But that what I'm telling you. That what I'm telling you.
We already recognize what it is we're working with, so no need to act surprised. That man, remember, money ain't supposed to sleep out there.
But to me, at some point in time, you will think that them fellas go realize, boy, you know what is going on, boy. We can't be hypocritical. We can't be hypocritical, deceitful, and disingenuous.
Well, they know the sycophant followers will support them regardless of what the heck they do.
And Tommy, I have a next thing, boy. A PNM friend of mine. A PNM friend, right? Oh, Tommy, you know the program where I showed here with respect to taking the kids from urban Newark to the New York Stock Exchange?
Right.
And teaching them how to trade?
Correct.
Hear this one. My partner, my PNM partner, I sent him something. I said, listen, here is something good for the youths of Trinidad and Tobago. They could learn how to trade on the stock market and things. You know, he tell me? He says, Anselm, you serious? You think anybody in the PNM would touch that with a 10-foot pole? I said, what do you mean? This is not for Anselm Libon. This is for the youths of Trinidad and Tobago. And I say, wait, boy, I say, you just justify why the PNM don't like poor black disadvantaged youths. But to me, he's saying to me, that them ain't going to implement it because it's coming from you. What does that mean, Tommy? Help me out, Tommy. Help me out. What does that mean?
Pure hate.
And them that say, I hate the Rowley and I hate the PNM. I hate them. And Tommy, to make it even more, since we at it, let me say something. Since we at it, listen to this, Boy, I was saddened, Tommy. And the fella very intelligent, I'm a partner, I'm a friend. I don't know I have a friend in all the parts. Let me tell you what he sent me. I was so disappointed in him. So disappointed. Tommy, we talk about internalized oppression here many times, right?
All the time.
Okay, we talked about that. You see, boy? Let me just read what he sent me. I will just read a portion of it. And all you know me, I am the fact check king. All of those send me things and think I go just post it just so I just fact check it. And I even had my partner in here, Caribbean Soul, help me with something, He helped me with something. Mm-hmm. Yeah? But listen to this. This is what my partner sent me. Why and Blacks Rich? Excerpts from an interview with a Jewish leader about blacks. Interviewer: why are blacks so far behind economically? Jewish leader: the only thing blacks understand is consumption, eating, dressing, and enjoying. Right? Blacks don't understand the importance of creating and building wealth. The basic rule is to keep your money within your family racial group. We Jews like to start Jewish businesses, hire Jews, buy Jews, and pass Jewish. I ain't gonna read the rest for him. So I said, let me, as you fact checking, Tommy, let me fact check this to see if this is
genuine. Yeah. See if it's genuine.
And hear what I said to my good friend. Please stop it. Don't be a victim of internalized oppression. See, Tommy, the same thing they think about us is what he's regurgitating. Same exact thing. You understand? He just forwarded to know. He didn't check it to see whether it's fact or fiction. He just forwarded. Right? But anyway, here is this. The statement you share, often attributed to an unnamed Jewish leader, is not verified and is widely regarded as fabricated. Let me repeat that. Let me repeat it. The statement you share, often attributed to an unnamed Jewish leader, is not verified and is widely regarded as fabricated. The text has circulated on the internet for years and is frequently used to provoke divisive conversation. Here's why the statement is problematic and likely false. So he's sharing false information. There we go. And I'm only give you one. You know, I just give them 10 reasons why. I'm only give them one today. And Tommy, I would like to hear what Patty, PNM Fox, Bon Joseph, and the whole rest of them PNM, them when you go along, get along PNM gang. What they think about this? Because I don't know about this. My partner shared with me. My partner. Lack of credible source. The supposed Jewish leader is never named, and no reputable sources or interviews corroborate the existence of this conversation. Authentic interviews typically come with clear attribution. Second, stereotyping and generalization. The statement generalizes both Jews and Black communities, perpetuating harmful stereotypes. You see, Tommy?
Yep.
Internalized oppression at its fullest. And let me give all the examples, you know. Only remember when now retired MP from Lavantil West, Lines, talk about he was looking for the piper in the fella, the black fella that was begging. Oh, remember that? Remember that? It seemed to me like the PNM now is a party of internalized oppression. Yeah. You know, I just thought about that. It seemed to me so. Why is that? Why? But let me finish up the chat before we go. Oh, we got to go for the break, boy. Let me finish up with the chat quick. Volsang, welcome. CJ, where you joining us from? Good afternoon. Walls, if you could put your hands on it, get some air hydration salt for you all. All right, I'll go try that. But we had the Pedialyte work, you know. The Pedialyte was good, boy. It tastes good too. CJ said, I don't think it would affect the young versus turnout. They'd be more interested in getting a job than gambling and smoking. Yeah, I don't know if that go. I don't know if that will really move the meter on the election. You know. Patricia, welcome. Pleasant evening to Professor Wilson, Uncle Tom, and everyone locked on. Have a wonderful day. Okay, Google it. Thank you. Patty, welcome. Oh God, Volsang, the walls, come to Trinidad and get yourself re-educated on our culinary fears. Good day. Patty says, good day, Mr. Tommy on Wall Street.
Good day, Patty.
Yeah. I know people that were born here and professional can't pronounce an East Indian name. Very sad. All right, folks, we're going to go for a quick break. Stay constant. We'll be right back. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, on X. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. We'll be right back after this. Stay constant. Don't go now.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
This your homie Rick Ross. This is your boy Gucci Man LaFleur.
You're in the mix with Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
It's crazy, you heard me?
Hey, I'm Ariana Grande. Hey, yo, this Cardi B. What's up? It's Megan Thee Stallion.
You're in the mix with Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street.
Check this out, it's DJ Khaled. This is Post Malone. Yes, that little Chico Pitbull.
You're in the mix with Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street. You are listening to Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street on WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m.
Phone numbers.
973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Talk, text, and voice notes are welcome. Remember, these are WhatsApp numbers.
Thank you very much, Tommy. CJ says, Soul, explain DAL for them, please. All right. Patricia, I see you tell Wall Street and Tommy good day. Oh, she said Mr. Tommy. And she said Wall Street. CJ, I just go to Pal and ask for DAL, not split peas. If you're going to ask for DAL, you'll get split peas, right?
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Volsangs, I wonder if Walls know what is alu. I know it's a alu pie.
What is alu?
Alu pie is the let us fry it.
What's in the alu pie?
Potato.
Okay, you get it right. Put it here in the class for now.
Volsang, you need to apologize, eh? Tommy, Tommy, the thing I know nothing. Nothing, eh? Not nothing, you know. The thing I know nothing.
No.
Yeah, you know nothing, you know, nothing. Because I grew up in Chumaka. That is what it is. Yeah? Nah, Volsang, I know something, man. I know something. CJ, just say, give me a pack of dal there. Okay. Well, first you have to learn to pronounce it. Pronounce what? It's dal. Why don't you pronounce it that, Tommy? Is that the wrong pronunciation?
You get it.
Yeah, I mean, I had the nail on the head there. Caribbean sources have learned African and Indian. Some food we call different names. For example, dal and dumpling mixed together. African call that soup. That is correct. A split pea soup. Right? You grind up the split peas and you put it in the soup.
Yep.
Yeah. Right? We call it soup. We don't call it dal and dumpling. But anyway, up in Chumaka, that's what we call it. Bijram, just now they will say dal connect to UNC because it's yellow. Oh God. So, and dalpiti or something like that. Dalpiti, what is that? Dal and dumpling. I learned to be dalpiti. Don't know if the last word is spelled correct. What is dalpiti? You know about that, Tommy?
Dal and dumpling.
That's what they call dalpiti?
Something like that.
Okay. Caribbean soul say, if dal don't have whole grain jeera and kale, pillar leaf, we don't want none. What? What is kale pillar leaf?
Kali pillar leaf. Kali pillar leaf.
I feel Caribbean soul making that up. I never hear about that.
I ain't sure what caterpillar leaf is. Caterpillar.
Caribbean Soul, what is that one? I ain't know about that one, no. Food in hospital. Share to patient must be eaten in 1 hour. Walls, you never hear about the salmonella fiasco at the center and hospital? This political war for me started ages ago. So me, did you hear about that?
Mm-mm.
No, I didn't hear about that.
Salmonella.
Yeah, I never hear about that.
Let's see who this is. Peter, you're live. Peter, you're live.
Yeah, good afternoon, Wall Street and Mr. Tommy. Are we?
Yes, sir.
You hear me?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, well, I know today is all about the politics and every case for me. Well, Wall Street, I know you know we're going over the weekend for the spin.
KFC, hold on. Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, my library of Barcelona. Yeah, the security there, and that shooting high evenings, I'm just coming into dust. I just feel all the place not safe at all. Nothing being done about the crime situation. A man seen it fit to go down on the promenade and shoot a fire, kill people and still get away. You understand? But I guess Mr. Hines saying he ain't going back up like if people going and vote back with PNM. PNM are going back there. And they say I want this policy here, the PNM people to hear that they're not going back there. It's every this week I nearly get a cough in my face in my car from my lady. Dr. Rowley talking like that evening program. You might get the paper my head. That's really you paper my head. You pick it up all over that man. I remember one time I was treating Baltio Pandey just before Baltio Pandey come out of the office. So all this hyper salary and all this not looking at the people and not giving this and not wanting to do that for the people, all that coming to and all this arrogance coming to a short end. And it's just months away, we must remember. It's just months away before this man come back to the population for power. And the people who are listening, each one tell the next one, this man must not receive no more power. We need to fix back Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidad and Tobago cannot be fixed back with Mr. Ingrid, Stuart Young, Paris Harari, all of them, the whole band of them. They can't help us. What they are doing is plunging us into more problems down the road. Because if you're borrowing money to pay back in so much and so much years, and you ain't even telling us how you're going to raise back that money, where we heading going with you? It's better we try to do an audit into your presentation to this country for the past 9 to 10 years and see where we could get that money. Because there was a lot of mismanagement, squandering. I just hear you, brother, Professor Wall Street, talking about the kind of money that's being wasted out there. Wasted money. You just wasting money, dropping money here, dropping money there, and then coming down on the people, paying them all they had to go. Good afternoon, Sunday to everybody.
Come on, bless. KFC, welcome. KFC inside. KFC. 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 All right. Mr. Jam, welcome.
Yeah, good day, good day. Yeah, it's a point of correction to you, right? The word is caripile.
Caripile.
Caripile. I sent a picture of the tree for you, right?
Okay.
It's just a small tree I sent there for you, right? They're using that in the seasoning chicken. Sometimes you buy double, they just grind it up and thing, right? It's very high.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's very high. They use it to season chicken and it's very strong. When you buy curry powder, you get the leaf, you get some curry powder leaf sometimes in the curry powder by mistake. Some might go inside the curry powder, right? But it's a leaf very high. They use it to season chicken and other things. Some people put it in dal and things. Right? But what people want, like when they're cooking dal, there's like the bunny jeera and the garlic. right? You must have something black in the dal, right? So the dal will get flavor.
Okay.
When you burn it, then it's called it chonky. Use a little bit of oil and burn it with the garlic. With the oil.
Yeah.
You
What
put
kind
it
of
on
oil?
fire and use that. Some people just call it a calcium, right? Put a little oil inside. Some people use a small pot though. Calcium is a small thing with a handle. I don't know if you know it.
No, I know that.
Below is like a cup, but it have a long handle. I put it over the fire, you hold the handle on top with the oil and put your garlic and the jeera and thing and you burn it and throw it in the dal.
Why you can't just use a regular pot? Why you can't just use a regular pot?
I hear you.
Why you can't just use a regular pot?
Some people are using a regular pot, but when you use the calcium, right? You have to cover the pot when you throw it inside, because the oil could get at you, right?
Right, right, yeah.
And to keep the flavor, you use the calcium and just drop that inside, you cover the pot one time.
Okay.
Right? And that will give the dal a little flavor. A flavor that you make the dal taste good.
Yeah.
Right? So the word is curry pile.
Curry pile.
Ask anybody.
All right.
Curry pile. I sent a plant for you, but I don't know if you could plant it. Right?
All right.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but you could use the seasoning. All right, nice.
Nice. Right. Curry pile. Hey, Caribbean Soul. What kind of information again we hear, boy? Huh? You. Let me see what you say again. I don't know. Curry is curry or curly pile? Which is curry pile? You say right?
Curry pile.
Yeah, but Caribbean Soul say curly pile.
Well, just mispronunciation.
No, he was close. He was in the vicinity. He was in the area. All right, Caribbean Soul. All right. He was in the area. All right. For me, look who joined us. The Belmont milk feeder. The Belmont milk feeder used to sit on the bench. Brian John. Yeah, Brian John, welcome. Yeah, the Belmont midfielder used to sit on the bench. I don't know how I don't know how Wall Street, what is all your real motive? The UNC don't want no part of you, much less the PNM. Are you representing the independent?
The answer is yes.
Oh God. Hey.
The answer is yes.
The Belmont midfielder would have sit on the bench. Listen, right? We want what's best for Trinidad and Tobago. We don't want a prime minister. It's certain things we just say here, Tommy. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail.
True.
A liar has no memory. Right? We just go on all kind of phrases here. They go along, get along, PNM gang. Hypocrites, hypocritical, deceitful, and disingenuous. We go on and on and on and on here.
Children up at stone at mango tree that don't have fruit.
Correct. Stray dogs go back at every car door that goes by.
That's right. That's right.
Any more time?
If you think education is expensive, try ignorance.
Go ahead, Tommy. Go ahead. A race that teaches you to depend on a leadership that teaches you to depend on another race is a leadership that will enslave you. We go on and on and on.
Every journey begins with one step.
There we go. Yeah. What we are here to do is to educate the people. So the Belmont midfielder, we just sit on the bench. Come better than that now, man. You know what happened there? Tommy, I think the game is 90 minutes. In the 89 and a half minutes, I go call for the midfielder, you're in the game. Get in the game. In the 89 and a half minute, Tommy. And it's a 90 minutes game. Hey.
80 minutes in the game. Warm up. You warm up.
Yeah, warm up. Yeah. Let him warm up for like 9 minutes. Right?
And 1 minute before the whistle blow.
Right. And with 1 minute to go, before him in the game. Hey, midfielder.
Mr. Press, you come in.
Go ahead in the game. Go ahead in the game. Let me see what you could do. Let me see what you could do. He said, Wall Street, what is the so-called professor's salary? What's the so-called professor, Tommy? Is that he's a professor or he's not?
Or you're not, you can't be half pregnant.
You can't be half pregnant. The Belmont midfielder, what is a so-called professor? I don't understand that. I don't understand. Maybe you could explain that for me, Tommy. Or maybe you could ask Patty. Belmont midfielder, ask Patty or ask Gordon Joseph or ask PNM for. Yeah, Mr. Carnage. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon again, Carnage. I just want to make a little plug on the 7th on Whitehall. All road leads to, I think it's Prime Minister residence in Whitehall on the 7th.
That is OWTU? That is the OWTU?
Pardon?
That is the union?
Yeah, well, the MSJ will be there, so I'll be part of the process with the MSJ. And we're calling everyone. They are calling and saying the union and doing nothing, and now the union are calling everyone to come out and be supportive of that match. Because if when the union was against the UNC the 2015 general election, all PNM supporters was a part of all the process that all the protests that had in Port of Spain. So we want to see where the public mindset is on the 7th.
Mr. Carnage.
Calling all and sundries to be part of that. They're going to check that protest in Port of Spain.
Mr. Carnage.
Yeah.
Don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I want to second that call, but don't call on ask no PNM members to go there. Them can't go there.
No, you didn't get that. I was on another program here the night and asking PNM supporters if they come in the other part back over the face, because they know they know what's going on Monday morning.
Yeah, bless man. Yes, Tommy.
Yeah,
Tommy?
it's sad.
God, Tommy, but that's part of the cause. How you go get PNM members who suffering peacefully to go out and march for something that could help them stop suffering peacefully?
That ain't happening.
Oh God, Tommy, boy, you're correct. Gordon Joseph says, as Tommy go one way, like he is so frightened, he changed the talk one time. Sad. So Tommy must not think for himself. That book, boy. Tommy, you could answer that for yourself. Eh? I know answering that.
I have the energy for that.
Oh God. Tommy. Just so, Tommy?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, let me move on. Let me go to the next one. Wall Street, you cannot convince nobody to vote for the UNC until you start to come with proper facts. Okay. The Belmont midfielder that is sitting on the bench, I want to give you one fact. I want you to go and look it up. Think about this. I want you to go and look up this. Give me one statistic. One, the Belmont midfielder that's sitting on the bench. One statistic. When the last 9 years, Black people in Trinidad and Tobago are the top of any socio-economic statistic. One. And if that one too hard, you could put the next comment in the chat. I will give you an easier one. I want you to give me one. I'm not looking for 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. One. All right. I await your answer. Gordon, you do. I don't know what that means. Wall Street, after you didn't get that billion, you bitter. You want to answer the Belmont midfielder that's sitting on the bench, Tommy?
You think it's worth it?
Yeah, but we can't pass over all them comments on them. You had to answer something.
After you didn't get a billion, you bitter.
Yeah. You bitter.
The answer is yes.
I live in Trinidad. That building was for me. That building would have an handsomely born name on it.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be the handsomely born building. Not the Laventel to worship Empowerment Center, you know. The handsomely born building, boy. Wall Street, you're crying wolf for years now, so nobody ain't gonna take you serious. Tommy, it's interesting that he said that, eh? Tommy, I've
But
been
you,
crying wolf about Fitzgerald Lines for years now, eh? Right?
yep.
And you see?
Let me tell you something. The trolls, as they just call them,
Mm-hmm.
they're in full swing, in full throttle. They're going full throttle now because they realize that something happening.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Correct. And not only that, Tommy, but they're finally realizing, wait, boy, Wall Street was right all these years, boy.
They're
Why?
they're running at full throttle because that's what they do.
Wall Street was right all these years about failed Gerald Hines. All these years. What?
And further to that, we were right about the salary increase and how it will be treated with.
Oh, Tommy, let me give you a round of applause for that, Tommy. Nah. Tommy, I'll give you a round of applause for that one. I'll give you a round of applause for that. Yeah, man. Take the round of applause. Tommy, give yourself a round of applause now. You could give yourself a round of applause there.
Yeah, I could, but I ain't doing it. So I don't like to blow my own horn.
Let me give you a round of applause then. Tommy,
Yeah.
you are absolutely correct.
This program is going to get plenty pushback because it's getting enough traction, and enough of what we're saying is becoming reality.
Becoming a reality, Tommy. You are absolutely so correct. And listen to this, Tommy. It have a fella in the chat. I ain't gonna call his name, but some people just call him with that Joseph last name. I ain't sure if that is his last name or not, but some type of Joseph fella. So he sends me a note telling me, oh God, look, you know, you was the one who talking about Fitzgerald Lines go before the screening committee and they go rubber endorse them for the MP. Look, he resigned now. What kind of dotishness is that, boy? That man do.
I like the word you use.
Eh?
I like the word you use.
Yeah, he using his own thing on himself, you know. Let me refresh his recollection. Because you see, them that's a selective memories, you know. I said that the party groups in Lavantil would select Fitzgerald Lines to be the representative for Lavantil West. That's exactly what happened. And once he goes to the screening committee, his name will again be put up to be the representative for Lavantil. But finally, he was smart enough to know, you see, boy, I want to go through that. Let me withdraw before tomorrow come. So he never went before the screening committee in order for them to confirm what the party group of the rubber stamped. They rubber stamp him. And if he had gone before the screening committee, he would have been rubber stamped again to be the candidate for Lavantil West. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Oh God.
So you mop the path for Marcel because you know that's what the people want.
You know what the people want? Yeah? You know what the people want? But people like the Belmont midfielder that sit down on the bench. You understand? And you know, Tommy, he never said he's a PNM, but we know he's a PNM. He never told us he's a PNM. Because, you know, the PNM people easy to figure out, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's some of them you could look and say, maybe there's an independent. Tommy, hear what you say again. Uncle Tommy, that man Wall Street staying in your character as a propaganda peddler.
Oh, Lord. I want to know who's for Trinidad and Tobago? Who cares about Trinidad and Tobago?
All of a sudden, because you about the country, is a program peddler. You're about Trinidad and Tobago, no, but all of a sudden you're peddling propaganda. Yeah? But I mean, if you peddle propaganda and it turns out to be true, we have said here that you know what the Prime Minister going to do? He's going to let it go before the Parliament, and they're going to approve it, and he's going to sit by and say, I ain't had nothing to do with it. This is the Parliament. Them approve it. What do you want me to do? Eh? I am only the Prime Minister, you know? Yeah. But if Gary Griffith come before me to be the Commissioner of Police, and I don't want him, Gary Griffith cancel Christmas. Over for you. We don't want you. Yeah? Hey. Oh God, man. All you make it a little easier now. Wall Street, you know, if you add up a P&M perks, it's actually 2 to 3 times higher than their salary. I wonder how they traveling so much. Man don't want the perks to sleep out. He want the perks to sleep out. What? Ravi, welcome. Good afternoon, brothers. Locked on and taking on the program. Walls, don't try that. I see you starting to cold sweat there. Nah, I ain't cold sweat, boy. I was cold sweating the other day too, you know. Over Defender, welcome.
Blessed evening, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street.
Blessed evening, man.
Same to you.
Yeah.
I know you spread some misinformation here. I'll correct you. The Prime Minister is not going to put it before the debate before the Parliament. He said it's going to be I think it's called a minister signature or something, sir. It's not going to be debated.
Yeah, well.
He said it's going straight. They accepted that they are going to bring it to go and do a statement, a minister statement or something, so it's going to be the law.
But doesn't he still have to approve it?
Right, that was saying. Listen what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Normally, what the normal procedure is you put it before the Parliament and all 41 members debate it. He said he's not going to do that way. He's going to do it a way of this. He's going to select the finance minister and he's going to do I think it's a parliamentary statement or something, so, and it's going into. So it have no debate. They are not going to debate it.
Okay. So
question
check me if you want.
No, but listen to this. The big thing here is that at the end of the day, the Prime Minister has to approve it though, right?
Right. That's what you approve it as to the finance minister. But normally, that's what I'm telling you, the normal procedure is you put it before the Parliament and you debate it. He's not going that way. He said he's not going that way. The media specifically asked him and he said no, he's not doing it that way. He's going to do it. He's going to sign to the finance minister for the finance minister to write it into law.
So wait now. Himself is approving himself for this.
Yes.
For this.
So it's not a debate like the traditional debate.
Okay.
And even further, he said this morning, if I'm not mistaken, I saw an article in the Express this morning that he's trying to say is the reason why he accepted it because the judiciary was threatening legal action if he didn't accept it. I don't know if I read this article wrong. This way.
Please. You really think?
One more thing before I go Wall Street. I was listening to the Mugabe station, right? And someone said the reason why Wall Street is a fake professor, they say is because you don't call yourself Professor Anthony Board. You call yourself Professor Wall Street because you know if you say Anthony Board Professor, the American institution can sue you.
Oh,
God. I hate that.
I didn't hear that one.
All the reason to say.
Say that again. What is it?
Mr. Hayes said, right? He said, listen to him carefully. You realize you don't say Professor Anthony Board, you say Professor Wall Street. Because you know if you say Professor Anthony Board, they could take him to task in America for using the professorship wrong. I say, hey, this big old man, boy. Oh God, boy. What should they will believe? But they're so convincing, what should I be honest again to you? Don't mean to lie to you. What should I now went back again and Google it again?
Just to be sure.
Just to make sure. I went back and Google it the second time in the Wall Street.
Oh God.
I say, boy, you know, truth boy, I want you to call yourself Professor Anthony Board. You know, when Mr. Hayes talking the truth boy, I said, I'm going to fact check him again. Wall Street.
Oh God.
Sad. So they say yes, they don't call yourself Professor Anselm, but they call yourself Professor Wall Street because it's not a fake, it's not a real professor.
Yeah.
Wall Street, these people them sick. But to answer a statement you said earlier on, Wall Street, as long as you're not supporting the pay them or talking for the pay them, you're hated in this country. No?
Yeah.
You're not for country. No?
Yeah.
Enjoy your evening.
Yeah, man. You know, that's interesting. But Tommy,
very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, but the fact that they spend so much time on that one topic, whether you're a professor or not, it shows that they're very shallow.
Yeah, and you know, I don't even answer them.
You're not supposed to. Just allow them.
And that's why I call that fella Mr. Hates. Eh? I changed the name from Mr. Yates to Mr. Hates. Because, boy, you hear some of that contribution, boys. Anyway, Tommy, Caribbean Soul sent this to me. The salary for a laborer is $701 per fortnight. After 33.3% pay cut in 2021. Did they ever recapture that 33.3% pay cut? Wait, Tommy, this is news. You mean the laborers on CPEP had a 33.3% pay cut in 2021?
And 1/3 pay cut.
Nah, Tommy, nah. Hey, Caribbean Soul, open up a can of worms there. An operator makes $974 per fortnight after 33.3% pay cut in 2021. A 4-person makes $1,107 per fortnight after 33.3% pay cut in 2021. So, Tommy, just imagine, Tommy, think about this. Let me go to the highest person, a 4-person, making $1,107 every fortnight. Right? So they're making about $2,200 a month. Yeah? Right? So they're making a little bit over $24,000 a year. This is our 4-person, you know. Right? Tommy, can you imagine? Prime Minister Rowley making one of them salary in a month. One of them. And the PNM people standing up and saying that justified, boy. And the CPF just take a 33.3% pay cut in 2021, boy.
But you sure you said the right thing? We talking about $80,000 a month.
Wait, but Tommy, you're making it worse.
We're talking about with the new increase, $80,000+.
Increase from from 59,000 to 87,000 or something like that.
Plus perks. We're talking about that a month, you know.
And CPEP. Let me see if the CPEP ever recovered that increase. Let me see if they ever recovered that increase. Did CPEP ever? Let me see this. Hey, Caribbean Soul. All right, we go take that. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Good evening to you, Wall Street.
Good evening.
Good afternoon to you, Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
This is not Uncle Tony, it's Uncle Tommy. All right, Precious Harry. I like to call him Uncle Tony.
That is okay, man.
Good afternoon. Diane, good afternoon. I don't know. She's my English teacher now. She want to be my English teacher. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. And callers from all over the world that listen. Wall Street, it's amazing to see that the government don't want to debate that raise. And all the time I hear people saying the Mugabe station, I always say in my mind, what them people them calling my radio station the Mugabe station for? Because Wall Street, that's my radio station. But I had to say now, yes, the Mugabe station, man. Yes, I had to give them that support now. Because when you look at it, the government don't want to debate the razor pay. Why wouldn't they want to debate the razor pay? You don't want to expose how deceitful you all are. You know the UNC going to rip all up in the parliament and show how nasty and vindictive and how wicked you all are. They will expose the children life and only give them $1 million. Why is Dr. Rowley want that a year and every year he want $1 million pension? That is what they're afraid of. They expose Dr. Rowley and the PNM. That's so sad. That's so sad. You know, Dr. Rowley will be the highest paid prime minister in the Western Hemisphere. Eh? No? You can remember a few months ago, Wall Street, it had some YouTube videos circling all over the Caribbean, which prime minister working for the most money and which prime minister. You know them watch that. You know them watch that and Dr. Rowley might be saying, no, I want more money than all of them. You know them confirm that to give this man more money. Eh? In 10 years' time, Dr. Rowley spent over $600 billion. The citizens of this country benefit nothing from that. Nothing from that. Them get over $22 billion for COVID. The citizens get nothing from that. For COVID, when they was giving people hamper, they give people one hamper. When somebody get two, they tell them there was double dipping. As if a hamper supposed to last a whole month. And Dr. Rowley want all these money now. And the people them who don't have none Wall Street, the people them who don't have nothing, you know them supporting that?
Yep.
Wall Street. Wall Street, how sick they can be again. Yeah? Camille Robinson Regis mentioned on national television, the UNC people them don't want no money because them thief enough.
Yep.
If these people them thief, you saying something, Wall Street?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. If these people them thief money from the treasury, Camille Robinson Regis, how it is your government not bringing them a thief? How it is your government is not holding them accountable or finding any misconduct in public office to charge them? How it is, you should call name who you believe thief. And we must accept them thing and say they're speaking the truth. Wall Street and citizens all over the world. Our country in a crisis right now under the People's National Movement and under Dr. Rowley leadership. The citizens of this country is struggling and surviving. Survival instinct kicking every day just to get something to eat. And Dr. Rowley must get $1 million for back pay and $100,000 every month for pay. How? Why we should be contented with that? Why we should support that? And Wall Street, I hear the future of talk speaking about a protest and coming out in support. I would like to see your program support that initiative with them. I would like to see all them social media programs, the Ground Report and the Observers and Lennox Smith and all these programs them come together.
We on board, you know. We on board, COP.
Overthrow.
We on board. We on board. We fully on board. We on board. We on board with that.
Overthrow the Mugabe program with them biasness that taking place. I wait to see them things taking place. Yeah, much there.
All right. Bless.
And Wall Street and Uncle Tony, I looked on and listened. You'll hear me again.
Yeah, man.
I'm feeling much more better, Wall Street. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to a peaceful Christmas, a quiet Christmas. I don't want no row, no way, no how. I don't want no row. A Chinese man named Lee, living in the community, Lee very ignorant. He truculent and arrogant. He argumentative, a sense of privilege. He make it hard to live in we small village. Every single day, some way, somehow, this fella Lee does find himself in row. So this Christmas, we don't want no rowdy, no rowdy. Stay with the rowdy. This Christmas, we don't want no rowdy. Just stay away from me. Yeah, take a little vacation. You know what? We go pay for it. Yeah, play a little golf, talk a little cricket, lime, take a quarantine. I mean, yeah, you's a fella, you don't think, man, you don't think. Yes, Lee like a Rottweiler. He could be a lot milder. Listen to me, pal. Try and stop the bacchanal. Every day and night, Lee looking for fight. With all he might, the fella always right. Some say he not too bright. He giving them a fright. He angry like a cow, but Lee always in row. So this Christmas, we don't want no rowdy, no rowdy. Stay with the rowdy. This Christmas, we don't want no rowdy. Just stay away from we. Give me a little social distance now. A big one, a big distance. Like if we start in a race. Take a distance. Lee do really be sick. He gets better very quick. Once he play a little golf with Vivian or Rolf. He never get on ever since he born. He real love the ladies, but don't play ladies. The friends he lining with, most of them they with. But I'll tell you now, the man always in row. So this Christmas, we don't want no rowdy, no rowdy. Stay with the rowdy. This Christmas, we don't want no rowdy. Just stay away from me. But listen now, man, I hear he riding out the tongue, you know. Yeah, I hear some people talking. And it's not just for Christmas. He gonna be gone for a long time. What we gonna do, boy? The place so nice up again. Bye-bye, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, bye-bye. No rowdy, 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 no rowdy.
Yeah, boy.
Yep, no rowdy.
No rowdy, boy. No rowdy. We don't want no rowdy. Yeah, we don't want no rowdy. I have some I have an editorial I want to play too, about the salary increase now. I'll go play that now. Let me finish up in the chat here. Okay. Okay. yeah, Caribbean Soul. They could just type Professor Anselm Born and all the information will pop up. That's it. You understand? That's it. Let them just type it. The PM of this country shouldn't be making as much as a CEO of a state company. You know, Patricia, Patty, you know, you don't understand, eh? There is a big difference between private and public. Big difference. Big difference. Tommy, you want to explain that to them? Because, I mean, they mightn't. I mean, I know sometimes they just have a difficult understanding a difference between public and private. Eh? You know what I mean? I mean, in a private company, the CEO makes 10 million, 15 million, 20 million.
It's profit driven.
Profit driven.
As opposed to when you're a public worker, taxpayers pay you.
Tommy, you hit the nail on the proverbial head. I don't think they understand that. You know? That's a little too sophisticated for them to understand. Can you repeat that, please?
In a private company, it's profit driven. in a public position, you are paid by taxpayers.
Thank you.
That's why you get all the perks that is necessary.
Yes, UP. Welcome.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
Let me just answer that for Patricia Reed now. Patricia Reed, in a private company, the CEO make more money because it have accountability and it have no thievery taking place in those private places. How it is, the government can take more money than what the private people them have to do the business because they're taking taxpayers' money. But yet still, they can't do the business what private people doing. You know why? Because the PNM government thieving out the money, thieving out the money, thieving out the money, and just raising their salary. It has no accountability in governance dealing with taxpayers' money, but it have accountability in private. That is it, Patricia Reed. So stop talking them nonsense and support. So those who study what the private people them doing, study what the government doing with our money. They're supposed to raise our money rather than them money. How much state board? How much business Dr. Rowley have? Dr. Rowley had about 9 boards, private companies in this country. Dr. Rowley have buildings all over Trinidad and Tobago. Since Dr. Rowley become Prime Minister, he buy 2 houses in Tobago for millions of dollars. We get our money to buy them house and them. He buy one for himself, he buy one for his daughter. We get our money them to do that. In 10 years' time. How come we can't buy a house in 10 years' time? But Dr. Rowley could do that. Dr. Rowley is a multi-millionaire benefiting from Trinidad business, benefiting from the economy in Trinidad and Tobago. The opportunity Dr. Rowley get as Prime Minister, he and his wife, Patricia Reed. It is 10 times better than all of us and 100% better than when he was just a civilian. Patricia Reed. He is victimizing us. He is cruel to us, and he is thieving out our money. The money what we have, what the country generates for these citizens, Dr. Rowley and the boys and them raping our treasury with no passion, not even regret, and no shame. That is what he's doing, Patricia Reed. Stop defending nonsense.
Thank you, COP. You know, it's interesting, Tommy. I don't understand this. Patty, please, Patty. We're trying to educate you. We're trying to re-educate you from your PNM education. Patty, just go to Google. Put in, did CPEP take a pay cut in 2021? All right? Let me do this, Tommy. Let me see this. Hold on, eh? Okay. Tommy, how long did that take?
2 minutes.
Huh?
2 minutes.
All right. Let me go to June 5th, 2021. June 5th, 2021, in the Express. And Patty, we just only try to educate you all here, You and Gordon Joseph and PNM Fox and the Belmont midfielder would have sit on the bench and Alti and thing. All we do is educate. You ever see this in the Express, eh? June 5th, 2021. CPEP workers pay cut. How will we survive? Employees of the Community-Based Environmental Protection Enhancement Program, CPEP, say they have been blindsided with a 33 1/3% pay cut in their salaries. While some water workers were under the impression the cut was supposed to occur next fortnight, many were unprepared for management's move. One employee told the Express yesterday, while talks were being bandied about a few days ago with regards to the pay cut, she thought more notice would have been given to staff since globally there's a pandemic. I am hurt and disappointed. I had to find out about the pay cut through my pay slips. I have 3 children to mind and bills to pay. My rent have been due since last week, and I already know I won't have enough to pay this month. I'm tired of borrowing here, there, and everywhere to survive. Patty, we didn't make that up. And Caribbean Soul didn't make it up. He didn't make it up.
And these workers are at the bottom of the barrel.
Bottom of the barrel, Tommy. Tommy, don't be generous. In the sub-basement. Them under the basement. You being generous. Then under the basement, that is sub-basement. And you go tell me, Prime Minister Rowley want to take a 40-something% pay increase and them take a 32 and a 3% pay cut. Did they reinstate it? Patty, why don't you Google it and try to find out for that? I ain't doing no more work for you. I stopped doing work for all you. You and Gordon Joseph all get together, get a WhatsApp group, and all get together and all go and Google that now to see if they reinstate it. Oh God, man. Oh God. What, boy? Tommy, boy?
And these people are providing a service that's needed.
CPEP, Tommy, the lowest of the lowest, the sub-basement workers, boy. Oh, good. So, Tommy, so Patty, what we want to know, did they reinstate the 33 and the 30% pay cut? I'm just asking, because I ain't Googling it. I want you guys to do it. Yes, Patty. CPEP did take a pay cut. And Caribbean Soul, you are correct. Google says that during the pandemic. KFC, welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy.
Good afternoon, KFC.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we hear you.
Mr. Washington sent us something on your phone, but you didn't see it?
When?
Well, you go check it out and see.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Washington, and them who supporting Dr. Early for the high increase on the back pay, you know.
Oh, what KFC, you're killing my hopes there, boy.
them different are rich man, you know. Them are different poor people, you know. CPEP and your people at the bottom of the line, I start a hungry mouth piano and them different are such a foolishness. What Mr. Washington? You hear me?
Yeah.
You see that move, Dr. Early way?
Yeah.
He come on with a press conference. Take the raise of pay. 24 hours, Heinz come and resign. Because it's choking the pay and I'm already moving. So the credit, not for cream you give them cream. But I political strategy worship. So I watching the place side. But I watching up in my whole life. So I know my box and thing as yet now. So
yeah,
man. Sending the messages, sir.
Okay.
You will see where I'm coming from.
All right.
I don't want listening. Love.
Yes. Yeah, man. Tommy, boy. Caribbean Soul, you open a can of worms, David. Hey, Tommy, you open a can of worms.
Marlon wants an increase. I don't blame you, Marlon.
Yeah, Marlon. Yeah, you should get a pay increase. Oh God, Patty said no, Soul, they didn't cut it. You see, Tommy?
And you just did the research and
yeah, let us just type. So Patty Soul to bring the facts. We bring the facts to him. He sent us the facts, and we brought it to you. We brought it to you from the article in the Express.
Verified it.
Yeah, Caribbean Soul. I no joke, you know. For real. You could look up anything these days. Oh God, boy. And she continued to go down. She continued to dig, you know, boy. They say when you're in a hole, you have to stop digging. Patty continued to dig, boy. You're leaving out something. She digging, boy. She digging, boy. Patty, keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging. Look the next one. Okay. Camilo will have to explain the 93,000. Look, Tommy, she continue to dig, boy. Wall Street, do you get a salary to match your profession? So why shouldn't the management of our country get the same? The DPP, CJ, MP, or other public officers? Patty, people aren't questioning them fellas and them, you know. We questioning the man at the top. A fish doesn't rotten from the tail. Yeah? And that's what we questioning. Simple. You are the leader of Trinidad and Tobago. You have to sage. Whatever about SAGE, it said, set a good example. Set a good example. And we know under Prime Minister Rowley, it's SABE. Set a bad example. So he changed sage to saved. And it's sad, boy. You could defend the PNM all you want to know, but at least stand up for something now. Stand for something. 47%. CPEP take a 33 and a 3% pay cut. Here's the next one. I wonder if he sat on that song or if he make it up while singing. Yeah, what she wants you to do. Forget about Dr. Rowley there now. Think about the requirements of office, Chief of Defense. Patty, and let me tell you this, sir. Here's why Prime Minister Rowley don't deserve that 47% increase. Yeah? So, I mean, in the last 3 years, we have had the second and third highest murders in the history of Trinidad and Tobago under Prime Minister Rowley watch, right?
Correct.
In the last 9 years, we had the most amount of black people living below the poverty line ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, 26.3%, right?
Yep.
Last year in the SCA, we had more black kids scoring 50%, scoring under 50% in the SCA under Prime Minister Rowley, right?
True.
And I could go on. Let me add the next one. In the last 9 years, we have not had one socio-economic statistic where black people are at the top of the ladder. One. You me go on? And you deserve a 47% pay raise. Not only that, you closed down Petrotrin, which was a net earner of Forex. Tommy, you may continue, Mr.
You can go on.
Yes.
Paria. Go ahead.
Yeah. Last year, 65% of the people murdered look like Prime Minister Rowley. Last year, they gave out 100 CAPE scholarship. 80% of them was Indian. And you deserve a pay raise for those statistics? Really? Oh God, man. Oh God. So there is no accountability for your performance. The SSC could just go and throw something up on the wall, Tommy, the spaghetti series, and say, you know what? We think the Prime Minister deserves a 47% raise. Let me just get him. Oh God, give you a little criteria now. How did all you come up to that? Patricia said the finance minister only have to sign the document. Himself to himself. Yeah? Patricia said, why a PM should make more than a president? You're not talking about that. All right, folks, let's go for the break. We'll be right back. Stay and stay. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy and Professor Walsh. We're going to play the my editorial when you come back, and we're also going to play some voice notes. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. WZYE TV on YouTube. Subscribe. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Remember, text and voice notes are welcome also. These are WhatsApp numbers, so it's $3.99.
Okay, take a listen to this, folks.
UNC rejects SRC's pay hike proposal, says it's not the right time. Although opposition leader Kamla Persibasessor and her MPs stand to benefit from the Salaries Review Commission, SRC's, proposed salary increases for politicians, the United National Congress is rejecting the pay hike. Two opposition MPs are demanding Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and Finance Minister Coleman Burt break their silence on the government's stance on the SRC report. Making their positions clear yesterday, Princestown MP Barry Patterath and Kuva South MP Ritternath endorsing shunned the proposed pay hike, especially for Dr. Rowley. The SRC has recommended that the Prime Minister's salary be increased by $28,167 over what it currently is. The Prime Minister's salary is currently $59,680, which was set in 2013 and would rise in two layers, increasing from October 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2023 to $80,000, and then from October 1st, 2023 onward to $87,847. The report laid in Parliament on November 15th also recommended increases for the President, the Chief Justice, the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, the opposition leader, MPs, members of the judiciary, the police commissioner, and other senior public servants. Patterath told Guardian Media, "We hold on to the view that the leader of the opposition expressed a few months ago that politicians shouldn't benefit from any SRC recommendations for increases. For politicians, we reject it." Why is the government so silent on the SRC report? What is your position? Are you going to accept or are you going to reject the Salaries Review Commission report? Going a step further to explain why it has been rejected by the opposition, Indarsingh said now is not the right time. During an opposition media briefing at UNC's headquarters in Chaguanas yesterday, Indarsingh said, given the hardship, given what is currently prevailing in the public domain, and so on, this is not the time. Today marks 10 days since the report was laid in Parliament, but the government's stance remains unknown. Dr. Rowley and Imbert are yet to respond to questions sent by Guardian Media yesterday. Efforts to contact Acting Prime Minister Stuart Young and Leader of Government Business Camille Robinson-Regis on the matter were also unsuccessful up to late yesterday.
So, Tommy, we see that they have rejected it forthwith, but I did an editorial on that. What kind of madness is this, Tommy? Tommy, listen to this. You want to read that on the screen there from your friend?
Well, it says, is it true or not? One can send info to Google.
What kind of do-to-ishness is that, Tommy?
I think he'll have to explain what it does since he knows so much.
Tommy, That PNM education didn't serve him at all. It didn't serve him. Sorry. Is it true or not one can send info to Google? Anyway, let me leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. Let me go to my editorial. Let me leave that alone. If you don't know that, boy, something wrong with you, boy. Start. If you don't know that, boy, something wrong with you. Something had to be wrong with you.
Do your editorial.
Huh?
So do your editorial.
Yeah, let me do the editorial. Oh God, boy. It's sad when you're dealing with these type of It's sad. So folks, let me do this editorial here. Hold on, Take a listen to this.
The disparity in pay increases. A critical look at Trinidad and Tobago's leadership compensation, an editorial by Professor Wall Street. The recent 47% salary increase for Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley of Trinidad and Tobago has sparked significant debate and criticism. This editorial aims to highlight 10 reasons why this pay raise is exorbitant, especially when compared to salary adjustments for other prime ministers globally and the modest 4% increase granted to civil servants in Trinidad and Tobago. 1. Global comparisons. Prime ministers in other countries have received salary increases, but none as high as 47%. For instance, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau have seen salary adjustments, but these were far less dramatic. This stark contrast raises questions about the justification for such a substantial increase for Dr. Rowley. 2. Economic context. Trinidad and Tobago, like many countries, is navigating economic challenges. The significant pay raise for the Prime Minister appears tone deaf to the financial struggles faced by the nation, especially when public servants are receiving only a 4% increase. 3. Public sector discontent. Civil servants who form the backbone of the country's administration have been granted a mere 4% pay increase. This disparity can lead to demoralization and decreased productivity among public sector employees who may feel undervalued compared to their leaders. 4. Inflation and cost of living. The cost of living in Trinidad and Tobago has been rising, affecting all citizens. A 47% increase for the Prime Minister, while civil servants receive only 4%, does not align with the economic realities faced by the average citizen. 5. Public perception. Such a significant pay raise for the Prime Minister can erode public trust in the government. Citizens may perceive this as a sign of disconnect between the leadership and the populace, potentially leading to increased political dissatisfaction and unrest. 6. Precedent setting. Approving such a large salary increase for the Prime Minister sets a concerning precedent for future salary adjustments for high-ranking officials. It could lead to a cycle of disproportionate raises that further widen the gap between leadership and the general workforce. 7. Budgetary constraints. The government has cited budgetary constraints as the reason for the modest 4% increase for civil servants. Allocating funds for a 47% increase for the Prime Minister raises questions about the prioritization of resources and fiscal responsibility. 8. Moral responsibility. Leaders are often expected to lead by example. In times of economic hardship, it is morally incumbent upon leaders to show solidarity with their citizens. A more modest increase for the Prime Minister would have demonstrated empathy and shared sacrifice. 9. Comparative value. The value of the Prime Minister's role is undeniable, but it must be balanced against the contributions of other public servants. The vast difference in pay raises suggests an imbalance in how the contributions of different roles are valued. 10. Long-term impact. The long-term impact of such a pay raise could be detrimental. It may lead to increased demands for higher salaries across the board, straining the national budget and potentially leading to cuts in essential services or increased taxes. In conclusion, while the role of the Prime Minister is undoubtedly crucial, the 47% pay increase for Dr. Keith Rowley appears disproportionate, especially in light of the modest 4% increase for civil servants. This disparity highlights a need for more balanced and equitable compensation policies that reflect the economic realities and contributions of all public servants in Trinidad and Tobago.
Excuse me for a second.
Yeah. Okay, so folks, Caribbean Soul sent me some other thing, right? In July 2022, CPEP increased salaries for its workers, including laborers, semi-skilled workers, checkers, and foremen. The new pay rates were laborers $149 per day. This is an increase, eh? Checkers $205 per day, and foremen $215 per day. So think about this, right? When you look at this, you'll say, we them fellas get an increase of $149 a day. But when you take their salaries in consideration and you take the percentage, it only equals to about 20, a little bit less than 20 something percent, 20, 21, 22%. Right? But remember, they will increase by 33 and a third percent. And then they increase them by about 21 or 22%. What about the other 11%? Yeah? Checkers, $205.39, and foreman, $215.31. So, folks, let me do a quick match for you all. $701. Let me do a quick match for you. Hold on, 701. Okay. 21%. 21%. They reduce them 33 and a third percent, and then they get them an increase of 21%. They're still 12% behind the 8 ball, 12%. And the Prime Minister wants to take 47%. You all make it make sense now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Caribbean Soul, thanks again. You're on the ball. You see? You see? We do quick maths here. You decrease them by 33 and a third percent. Then you come and you increase them by 21%. And they're still down 12%. But you come, the SRC come, and want to give you a 47% pay raise. All right, let's play some voice notes. I think I saw some voice notes. Okay, let's play the voice notes. Let's play this one.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washington and Uncle Tommy. Mr. Washington, there's a true story, yeah? when I was little, now the environment where I grew up in, it was only Indian people at that time, right? So I always hear the word aloo. I never know the word was potato and thing at that time. Even till now, mostly the Indian people, they go say aloo. You wouldn't really hear them saying potato. So I did my mother said in the shop to go and buy aloo. When I reach in the shop, the lady tell me don't know aloo, it's a potato. But like she do my wickedness and all too, right? Because she know what is aloo at that time, but I don't know. So I going back over to my mother, and the lady say don't know aloo, it's only a potato.
That's interesting. And at least I guess something right. I know what aloo is. Okay, I see this other one here. Oh boy, KFC got your keys, boy. Yeah, boy. KFC got your place, boy.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washit, and all the viewers who locked on listening at this right time. Thing to learn and get informed and not get misled by them evil, wicked politicians and them. Nobody for Nagamala touch no, my brother. Let me talk, man. The goodness of the Lord. You tell me keep up the fighting or doing something good when they're doing something good. Good things happen. Touch me when I get a chance now. Love and respect, Mr. Washington, Uncle Tommy. I'm happy.
KFC got your place for his kids, eh? That is what's supposed to happen. It doesn't matter who you support. If you are there for the people, you are supposed to support everybody. No matter whether they PNM, UNC, NAR, NTA, whatever.
Good afternoon, Mr. Washit. Good afternoon, Uncle Tommy, and to all the viewers. Mr. Washit, I sent you something there. You didn't reply back, but I looked on listening. I'll put my whole now. I'm doing all the preparation and thing now, right? So love and respect to you and all the viewers, man. And reporter, and listen, mover defender, too. Everybody now. Yeah, man, love.
Yeah, man. Bless. I see it. I'll call you. Let me see if I have any other one here. You know, I don't vet that one before I put it out. Okay, I think that is it for the voice. All right, here we go. Let me go back to the chat. You all allowing too much done stuff. Okay. Wall Street. Wall Street. They were home and receiving not a wage, but an allowance during COVID. Okay. Yeah, Patty. And when they come back, right, they get a 21% increase instead of putting them back up where it was before. No, Patty, that's not true. That's absolutely incorrect. Once they came back, it was not back to normal. And we just told you that. Yeah? Again, Patty. Again. Yeah? Again. Oh, God. Lord Father. Yeah, they took a pay cut. That ain't nothing jokey, but that is the fact. Daily Voice put out a media release. Pastor go behind the mischief again to get rid of jail. I don't know why them fighting inside of there, really and truly. I don't know why them fighting inside of there. Oh God. Yeah. Caller, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
everybody listening and hearing.
Yeah.
How are you all?
We are excellent.
Well, yeah, we're talking about the food poisoning, which yes, there are different levels. There are levels that you could just handle that on your own. And then there are the extreme ones, especially if it's like the one that we had in, well, you say you didn't know about the sentence case. A whole lot of patients died. They say it was salmonella, I think is the name. And they put it towards, I think it's some egg, I think it was eggnog. Yeah, that was a big thing here in Trinidad and Tobago. I remember at one time I decided to buy roti. And boy, they well pack up the roti with meat. I didn't know why. But I like myself. I say yes. I think that was the last. Boy, about half an hour, 45 minutes after that, you feel like it has some kind of arm wrestling taking place inside your belly, boy. The thing locking up. You talk about pressure, that must be about 15 years ago. Caused me to make a vow to myself. Never to buy roti again after 2 p.m. And thank God I've maintained that. Never have I bought any roti after 2 p.m. on a day. Yeah, the topics that are very prevalent these days is the salaries and the increases, and the disappointment for me is when people not dealing with the whole picture. They're only dealing with one part of it, depending on the color that they support. Let me say out front, I personally do not like the idea, based on the information that has come to us, the citizenry, that anybody should be getting all kind of $30,000 increase in their salary. I can't see it. But have these people who went to all kind of universities and they're all kind of professors and they have all kind of degrees and so on, and they're the ones come up with this, you know. I am glad it wasn't the politicians who come up with this, you know. They are the ones who come up with this, you know. So that causes me now to further call for a change in the system that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago, boy. I can't call for it for Barbados or Guyana or St. Kitts or St. Lucia. I'm calling for that change because the powers that be are saying to us, based on the dollars and cents, based on the situation with the oil and the gas and whatnot, this is what could be afforded to people in the citizenry who need an increase, not wanted, need an increase because prices haywire. How come these people could come up with this? Now, I know this is 13 years they've been dealing with this. 13 years. So that's a long time. You understand? And I understand full well what was explained by the Prime Minister, because I said it before, that one should not be only thinking about the Prime Minister get increase or the Prime Minister giving it, because the opposition leader get a nice increase too. And she's supposed to be getting a nice back pay too. But it's not the two of them alone. You understand? It's not the two of them. It's over 800 persons this will be affecting. And if he has the power to say no and say no across the board, then what about these others? What about these 700, let's say, what about these 700 and something people who believe that they deserve this and who believe that they earn this and who believe that if this comes, this will affect the retirement time positively when they know it's in the next year or the next 2 years or the next 3 years. So I'm feeling like if I'm disappointed that that is what the committee come up with, but I understand the politicians with their role in accepting it, based on the fact that I don't think they need it. I think they will appreciate it if they get it, most of them, if not all of them, right? But because of where we are at, the committee needs to come and explain a little better than the politicians who fighting to get political mileage from it. You understand? Members of the committee, they are the ones who should be coming and telling Trinbagonians, look, we did this based on A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. Now, we had to be so careful, because Chumakian, just now you said, and I know some people would have noticed it, and they ain't gonna make nothing. I ain't making nothing out of it, but I'm dealing with it on the level that you just deal with things. You said that you ran 2 miles. All right or wrong?
You're right.
Yeah, you said you ran for 20 minutes.
Correct. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
You said the first lap.
No, the
you
first
did
mile.
it in 11 minutes.
First mile.
The first mile, sorry. The first mile, you did it in 11 minutes.
Yeah.
And the second mile, you did it in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't go to school long enough. 11 and 10. Somebody could correct me because I might be wrong. 11 and 10 is 21.
You don't understand track and field.
No, we're not talking about track and field.
You don't understand running.
About...
Running. Running. I could run 20 minutes and 59 seconds, and I could say it was 21 minutes.
I don't think you're getting the point I'm making.
I know, I understand you. You're trying to say my math was incorrect. That's what you're trying to say. And I'm trying
to say more. No, I'm not trying to say. I am saying something. I am saying that you said you ran the first lap, the first mile.
11 minutes. And then the second one was 10 minutes. And it was 20 minutes.
In 11 minutes.
And it was 20 minutes.
It was 11 minutes. And you say you run the second mile
10 minutes.
In 10 minutes.
Yes.
Right. So leave that there. So I am saying many a times people say things and that is what happens. And then like the explanation you're trying to give here now, that in track and field it don't be so. In track and field,
sometimes you just round up. Sometimes I just say
in track and field they just call the seconds and so on.
Yeah.
Say
if I go running
25.34,
if I go running and I just talking to our audience, I could tell them I run 10 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. It could be 11 minutes and 20 seconds.
You're missing the point I'm making, I know. Right. You're missing the point I'm making. So let me move off of that. Right? What I'm saying is that is exactly sometimes those who are the tire backers, mud pelters, and haters, these are the things that they just try to bring now. Like for example, I want my money. My money mustn't sleep out. That was said, yes. But what was the context in which it was said? When you're putting it together with the SRC report and everything, you could give those who didn't know the context of it the wrong impression. Well, of course, that is deliberate. That is deliberate. And there's a word for that. You understand? So I'm saying that if we want to up the ante, look good, sound good, smell good, we have to be careful with these things because these are the little things that has add up that will confirm if you are a mud pelter, if you are a hater, or if you are go along, come along host. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the next. Charlotte Street vendors, Tommy.
Yep.
Your greater Christmas struggles under PM Rowley leadership. Don't you imagine that? Take a listen, folks.
Christmas struggles under PM Rowley's leadership. Charlotte street vendors endure greater Christmas struggles under PM Rowley's leadership. Charlotte street vendors are upset and threatening to make the governing PNM pay at the polls next year after the Port of Spain City Corporation approved a Christmas vending plan they describe as disrespectful. Corporation officials discussed the plan at its monthly statutory meeting on November 27th. Based on reports from engineers, police, and the Public Health Department, the council approved roadside vending from Thursday to Sunday for the first 2 weeks of December. For the week December 17th to 24th, vendors will be allowed on the street every day. The vendors initially asked for vending to be allowed from December 1st to 24th, But Deputy Mayor Abina Hartley told the council technocrats did not agree with the request. She said officials considered the volume of people expected in the city during that period, the traffic congestion it is expected to cause, and the safety and security of people in the city. She added the public health department also considered the street cleaning requirements while making its recommendation. Speaking to the media after the meeting, Mayor Chinua Aline gave further insight into the decision-making process. We take the decision in the context of a request. The Vendors Association wrote and asked formally for those days. We took a look at the request and asked the public health, city police, and engineering departments to weigh in. Based on the recommendations that have come to us, it is within that context we took a particular decision. Aline said he believed the plan was an agreeable compromise. December always has increased activity, and it's a normal thing for us to approve additional days for vending. It is not as many as the association might have asked for, but our responsibility is to make sure we have a medium between providing opportunities for entrepreneurship and making sure we keep the city ordered. Vendors, though, disagree and say the plan does not strike enough of a balance. Speaking with Newsday, several complained the plan only gives them an additional 4 days to sell their goods for Christmas. We'd just be here from Thursday to Sunday, right through anyway. So them first 2 weeks is nothing different to what we already have. The final week they want to give us is from a Tuesday to a Tuesday, so all we getting is 4 extra days. That is madness. Referring to Aline as the Grinch, another vendor described the plan as stingy. She said there was a stark difference from how they were treated under former Mayor Joel Martinez. Martinez used to give us at least 2 weeks. He was a give and take kind of person, but it have none of that now. The Grinch done gone with it. Shoppers buy from vendors on Charlotte Street. File photo. A female vendor added, we used to get from the middle of December to Christmas Eve, and sometimes even till December 31st. They said sales have been slow, and the additional 4 days is insufficient. Watch town. It have nobody here, and they want to give us 4 days. People have bills to pay. This not making sense. Last year, it was whole month, but this ain't making no sense this year. A vendor selling fruits and vegetables said a massive decline in sales means she is sometimes forced to sell her goods cheaper than usual, rather than keep them and see them spoil. Look at Charlotte Street right now. It have no shoppers. With all the shootings and crime, it have nobody. I sell $12 worth of goods in the last half hour. A man argued the people putting together the recommendations for the council are removed from the situation. The city police talking, but you could walk this street and not see a single city police. Congestion is not a problem either, because town don't have that again. Let the people who saying that jump in their car and drive to Chiguanas, and then tell me about congestion and traffic. Another vendor said giving them such a limited schedule for Christmas will only result in increased illegal vending. When they do that is the illegal vendors who coming because police don't come to move them. Look up the street and tell me if you're seeing any police. The vendors called on the Prime Minister to intervene and said failure to do so could come with a political price. Is that how they treat their supporters from this area? This is an election year. How they could do that? They need to have a heart and some understanding. This council not appealing to Black voters and the urban population in this area. Plenty of the vendors from around here, and they treating we rough. That is wickedness. A nearby vendor chimed in saying, yeah, for real. The government had asked us to bear with them, and we want them to bear with us now, so we could provide for our family, pay our bills, and have a good Christmas. Things real hard. Raleigh need to talk to the mayor and let him give us more time. We don't mind getting the 2nd and 3rd week from December 10th to 24th, but that what they give us is not enough.
You hear? Caller, welcome.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to figure out the Mount Pelton thing and the analogy.
Yeah.
Of my money don't sleep. I don't want my money sleep out.
Yeah.
What is the context in that? The man was kicked out of parliament for his foolishness, right? And he claiming money. He didn't work and he claimed that money. You understand? Because he's an elected representative. He didn't work for that period of time, but he insists that he had to get money. He don't like his money sleep out. What about all these people and them who waiting 14 years now to get a pay increase? And these wicked set of people telling them that now they could only get 4%. And they have the chief personal officer, he can negotiate because the Minister of Finance say the next negotiation is 5%. But these criminal and them will take all kind of 40 and 50% on their salary. You understand? And have $500,000 as back pay. And the poor black people in Trinidad and Tobago, whether they have straight hair or curly hair, they're black. They can't get a cent from this government. Right? And these people are not satisfied with that. It's Novocaine they're living on. It could never be that these people are not conscious of the pain that people going through in this country. If they was ever conscious, they would have never talk about the system. Who controlling the system? Who dealing with the system? Who manipulating the system? That SRC is the government who appoint them.
Yep. Party.
It's the government who appoint them. So they have to do what the government say. If he remember, they send back that and tell them that SRC report, the first one, a couple years ago. They tell them that ain't good, or a year ago. You remember they send it back? These fellas and them, I don't know where their brain gone, you know. They pelt in mud, hoping they go stick somewhere. Hoping that what the Prime Minister say will settle with everybody. Then feel everybody on Novocaine. They got to take that pressure and blood running on them out. And they care about nobody. Ain't go cry out and say, hey, there's pressure here, you know. You see, when you hear fellas organize a business and they link, they don't care about nobody else, you know. Everybody else could suffer. Everybody else could dead. They may care because them business fix. So the little fella on the block, he had to suffer outside there. The little young lady on the block, she had to suffer outside there. No matter how much education they have, them had to catch them nenen. That's what they make for. All them have to do when they hear the day come is to say, I love PNM. I got dead up PNM. And when I hear election call, I stick in my finger for the PNM. That's what these fellas and them want. You ever hear you talk anything good about the opposition? Always go back 14 years. What went on back then? You understand? That's all he could remember. But when you look at it, what them talking about and you analyze it properly, is one set of propaganda that come from the PNM. And bro, you could attest to that. I'm sure about that. All the wickedness that they perpetrate while they was in opposition, everybody come to realize what they was doing now, you know. Or those who don't realize it because they're dumb, they're deaf, and they're dotish. These fellas and them don't care about nobody. And I could never believe that these fellas and them is Christian. Because Christians don't believe in them kind of thing. Have a blessed evening, gentlemen.
Same to you.
To me, I don't know where band matters come out, you know. Like band matters be under the red blanket, and all of a sudden, he come out from under the red blanket, he take off his red Nike Air Force, right? And his red Nike socks. You know, sometimes you have on a red Nike tights too. You know what I mean? Like if he going on jog and he come out, Africans will not vote for Kamala. Where he does come out from?
I hope Trinidadians get sense though. That's all.
Let me play this voice.
You take your time now. Take your time now. You're saying he didn't work. Was it a justifiable kicked out according to your language? What about Mr. Jack Warner and Mr. Gary and them saying that the Prime Minister whose salary flowed, how much days she work? What about that? Cheap money get cut or anything like that? Think before you... Gosh, boy. Oh, you wanted to know? Yeah, well, that is mud pelting. Yeah, that mud pelting. But I have skin like Baji, Dashing Bush. When it hit it, it'll just skate off. All right? Keep that in mind, eh? You hear more do-to-ishness? Who is the government? Who is the government? The governance is the one who appoint that. Oh God, they say it over and over. People who don't support PNM. You understand? They say it over and over. Is the president on the advice of the prime minister and the opposition leader. And all this still coming with this do-to-ishness about is the government does appoint them and that's the government party group. But that is sound so stupid, boy. Gosh, boy.
Joseph, like he getting upset.
Yeah, he's upset.
He's upset, boy. Why are you so upset? Why PNM people are just so upset, boy? I don't know, boy. I don't know why you going, Joseph. Why are you getting so upset? Do you see something here? You know, let me see this. So they have a release here from the UNC. To all editors, UNC Communication, December 1st, 2024. UNC congratulate Saddam Hussein, Vandana Mohit, and Dr. Michael Dowlat on being chosen for the 2025 general election. The UNC extends congratulations to the successful candidate and also to all those who submitted nominations and were screened. The UNC appreciates every member who has come forward and offered themselves for service. There is a place and role for all. As we approach this crucial general election, the party continues its screening process and party mobilization. The Monday night cottage meeting will be held in Las Lomas, La Joqueta, Talparo. And this is from Dr. Kate Mayhew, Public Relations Officer, United National Congress. So the UNC have picked their candidates for Barataria, Samoa, Shogunas East, and San Fernando West. By the way, who's the current candidate for San Fernando? Who's the current MP for San Fernando East, Tommy, you know?
Manin.
No, for the UNC.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Let me see if I can get that. Hey, somebody put in the chat for me who's the current MP for San Shogunas East. That's not Let me see something. Somebody should type that in there. Who's the current candidate? Who's the current MP? Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can get that. Who's the current MP for UNC Shogunas East in Trinidad? Oh God. Let's come back with this dotishness. me go over here. Trying to figure that out, Tommy.
Let's see if I could help.
Manifa Russell Andrews. Who's that? Who's that? What's that seat?
UNC should have that.
Members of Parliament. Let me see if I can get it. St. Augustine, Faizabad, South, Oh, no. She has it. Vandana Mohit. She's the candidate.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking more Dinesh Rambali, so Shogunas West. Okay. Vandana Mohit, yeah. So she's the only surprise was San Fernando. Well, they didn't have anybody in San Fernando West. Because that is Manin, right?
Mm-hmm. No, Manin is east.
Oh, Alwari, San Fernando West.
West is Alwari.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So that's a new guy. I would like to know how much is the Kamala UNC paying to have these African talk show hosts try and convince that she's good for African people. Well, I mean, but I ain't gonna no check yet. I know. Tommy, you they send anything your way? They say we talking for them. We talking facts.
I ain't see nothing yet, but I'll keep looking.
Okay. Monty Steele, welcome. So Wall Street, when you were convinced that Kamala is so good for African people, PNM is bigger than Rowley Wall Street. Okay. PNM bigger than Rowley. Once Rowley in power, Rowley bigger than the PNM. What's wrong with you? Banman, Banman, just keep on your red Air Force. Don't run in them though. You have to play basketball in them. Vandana Mohit. Yeah, that is it, Vandana Mohit. Banman, that is private matter. You should not ask that publicly. Walls, I'm still holding for you to interview with KPB. Less than a month ago. Yeah, boy, we trying for that one, eh? I don't think UNC will win San Fernando East. I don't know what was it. I'll look up the numbers from last year. I'll get them numbers. And have them. But I saw you on the stage with Rowley ringing the SE bell, stock exchange bell. Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean if I'm on the stage with somebody ringing a bell to me? Folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Eh? When you start putting your closing comments, put your closing comments in the chat and put your closing voice notes. Please, the voice notes, 3 minutes or less, please. Put your closing comments in the chat. Well, Tommy, I'll get you on next day, boy. I had to figure out what I go try to eat for dinner today. Because I can't go and touch none of them food that we had there from Thanksgiving. Dowlat was selected for Sando West. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Correct is right. San Fernando West. My mistake. So it's Shogunas East, Vandana Mohit. She was already there. San Fernando West is Dr. Michael Dowlat. And Prataria San one is Saddam Hussein. And both of them are incumbents. So the new person is Michael Dowlat from San Fernando West. Yeah. That could be a good fight then. What if I could squeeze in on next? All right, Volsang, take care. What if I could squeeze in on next? All right, let me squeeze in this one here, Tommy. Let me squeeze in this last one here before we go.
Yep.
Let me squeeze in this one. Hold on, eh?
It is about time for Fitzgerald Hines to go. This was the opinion of a number of people in Beetham Gardens and Laventille yesterday when asked about the Laventille West MP withdrawing his name for consideration to be a PNM candidate in next year's general election. A man standing in front of shop at Beetham Gardens told the Express he believed Hines was advised to not offer himself again. Prime Minister Dr. Rowley at Thursday's post-cabinet news conference at Whitehall in Port of Spain was asked whether he was surprised at this development and whether he had a hand in it. He said, "No, I had no hand in it, and I am not entirely surprised. I am a little disappointed because Mr. Hines has been with us for a long time. He has been a very loyal, hardworking MP, and therefore his coming to the end of his service. There is usually sadness in parting. But I am sure he would be around with us in the party, if not in the government." The Beetham Gardens resident said even though he believed Hines had not done much for those living there, the PNM would not lose the stronghold in the upcoming election. A short distance away, a young woman, who did not want to give her name, said she believed everyone deserved a chance and hoped that a younger person such as attorney Kareem Marcel would get the opportunity to show what he could do. She said the job in the Laventille West constituency was a tough one to succeed at since it was a constituency where the people want a lot. She suggested that focus should be placed on the needs of the people. In Laventille, next to Hines' constituency office at Marcella Street, an elderly man said he believed it was a good decision by the MP. He felt Hines tried to assist as much as he could, but the truth was he was not really liked by the people of Laventille. Laventille is a place you have to be with the people. The people have to know you on a one-on-one basis, and you will get that kind of respect and response from them, the man opined. He argued that to be a representative of the people in Laventille was a tough job, and I do not think he really dealt with the people as he should. The resident said he thought Marcel deserved a chance. Another elderly man sitting nearby said he believed Hines did not do enough to help the people of Laventille.
Right. Mouth open.
It is a
Yep. There you have it, man. There you have it. The people talking.
That's it.
Take your time now, Schumacher. Take your time now. You're confusing we, man. You're saying San Fernando, you're saying Chaguanas. UNC don't have no candidate, no MP in San Fernando. They have in Chaguanas East.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Yeah. You heard me, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Listen, man, I had to chime in. I was busy, but Gordon, Patty, listen to me carefully. And Pastor Google, stop. All you have what is called, sorry, I gotta call it political Stockholm syndrome. Remember I talked about that? Yeah. Remember I talked about the fact that Dr. Rowley, you played this thing today, Professor Wall Street, where they were mulling because he was calculating whether he should take it or not. Gordon, listen to me carefully. There's something in law called logic and reasoning. Okay? And I want you to listen to logic. The Prime Minister, all the SRCs, all the salary, and of course the President appoints with the consultation of the Prime Minister and the leader of opposition. But unfortunately, the Prime Minister calls the shots. Because if you, based on your logic, that's what Pastor Google was saying on the radio, and Dr. Rowley indicated was he made the decision to accept this salary review commission increase. Not only that, look at the PSC. The president appointed the PSC members, the current one. 2 members of the PSC. Look at the logic, Gordon, Joseph. Listen to logic. 2 of the members of the PSC were not approved by the opposition. Yet the Prime Minister was able to get all 5 members voted in the Parliament. So that would tell you, sir, Patty, and whoever, Pastor Google, that it is Dr. Rowley who's getting now $87,000 as opposed to $84,000 for the president who's calling the shots. See that? And this has nothing to deal with the office. This has to deal with the fact you must lead, and I talked about that. You must lead from example. Let me leave you with this, because that's why I asked you, Professor Wall Street, to play that thing from Suzette Lau. If Dr. Rowley and Colm Imbert and Stuart Young were in any private entity, they wouldn't survive more than a year. They wouldn't. With the results, the key performance metrics of Trinidad and Tobago, we are in trouble. And the fact is, you can't tell a person to hold on to 4%. You can't tell CPAP workers, cut you by 33% and then restore it by 21%. And then you're taking a 47%. There is no precedent. Go back to 1987, 88, when I was a teenager, when A.N.R. Robinson, Selby Wilson, and Winston Tukaran had to go to the IMF when we were at 0 in the cash reserves. They took a 10% cut. And everybody took a 10% cut. They led by example and they paid the price for it. But the fact is, he doesn't want to have his money sleep out. The fact is, Trinidad and Tobago's cash reserves are going down. It's $150 million they have to pay. He's getting $1 million, a 47% increase. You have to lead by example. We're not talking about the office. We're talking about the position, and we're talking about a number of things. So please, nobody in hating Dr. Rowley. We're calling them out. You have to wake up, Gordon. You have to wake up, Patty. You have to wake up, Pastor Google and whoever. Trinidad and Tobago is in trouble. Trump is coming in on January 20th. Okay? Fitzgerald Hines is going to leave. Fitzgerald Hines called Trump, what Kamala Prasad was saying, he was referring to Trump. Rowley called, Dr. Rowley, let me call him Dr. P.M. Rowley, called Alan Chastin, the former St. Louis. I don't care about Alan Chastin. Tropical Trump. Let me tell you what Tropical Trump will happen. On January 20th, when Trump started to pump oil and gas, when the fact is we don't have any relationship with the Trump administration that is meaningful. And remember, Mr. Mondello in New York, the former minister, Trump will remember that, the former ambassador who got into a big spiff with Dr. Rowley. And everyone, remember what it was about. It was about Delcy Rodriguez. So continue. You understand, man? I am telling you today, Gordon, wake up. You understand? Nobody hate Dr. Rowley. But the fact is, Trinidad and Tobago is in trouble. The fact is, Trinidad's economic position is in trouble. You can't tell WIGOT, you can't tell Oilfield Workers Trade Union, you can't tell Tech, hold on. But don't hold on for me and the rest of the boys. So he will have to pay a political price because he said it. He's willing to go on it. That's what he said. You could go back to the press conference. Ask any logical thinking, impartial, down the road middle. You have to sacrifice. And they're not willing to make the sacrifices. So stop making excuses, sir. I'm sorry, Gordon. I love you as a brother, but I gotta call you out.
Thanks.
Professor Wall Street, over now.
Thank you, man.
Have a good night.
I'll call all Gordon, Joseph. Folks, we're gonna go for the break. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Tell me why you know what I will get to eat when I finish here, now, buddy.
Try a salad, man.
Salad? How I go full me to me?
Drink some hot tea.
You feel I go full me?
Yeah, the hot water will help.
You what?
The hot water will help.
Anyhow, to me, here's my closing comment.
God, good morning. Today is Sunday, Father, the first day of December. A very special month has arrived, bringing with it the peace that calms hearts, the love that transforms lives, and the compassion that unites us as brothers and sisters. December is not just another page in the calendar. It is the month of the birth of your Son, Jesus, our Savior. This is a month to reflect on the true meaning of love, surrender, and redemption. Lord, thank you for allowing us to start this month in your presence. December is the month when hope is reborn, faith is strengthened, and homes are preparing to welcome the light of Christmas. It is the time when goodness blossoms, differences dissolve, and forgiveness finds space in our hearts. December is not just the end of a cycle, it is the open door to the rebirth of the soul, to spiritual renewal, and to the celebration of the greatest gift we have ever received, Jesus Christ. May this Sunday be guided by your peace, and may every moment of this day remind us of your faithfulness and your love. Lord, guide us through this special month, from beginning to end, so that we may live each day as a reflection of your grace and goodness. Amen. God, good morning.
For me, I said this is it. The clock on the wall, so that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard. For every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Go ahead, Tommy.
Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. Like I always say, you have to become that change you want to see. You, the man in the mirror. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. You all be safe out there. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Same channel from 6 p.m., 7 p.m. Trinidad time. Love you all. Be safe.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
I know all of you, thank you all for all the things that you sent me. Volsang says, eat less, hydrate more. Don't forget the rehydration salts when dead. Gordon Maloney says, get some salt biscuit and sardine. I do eat fish.
My closing comments. There are people who feel that you are P&M undercover, no? And they're waiting to expose you. No? All them things you're saying and doing helping the P&M more than it helping the UNC. You understand? And it has some validity. That is the correct word? Or you know me educated. It has some validity in it because when the UNC was at its best, according to you, where black people, according to you, don't forget I must quote this part, according to you, were thriving and doing well, you had the opportunity to keep them in power. And you know what you did? You vote for the PNM. According to you, I must put in that, because I didn't say so. No. All right? Dominic didn't say so. No. Your partner Google didn't say that. No. Julia David didn't say that. No, nor Aisha. You said that. That while UNC was doing so well, you still went and put your vote for PNM after all the allegations about Calder Hart and all these different people. You could fool me. You could fool me. And wheel and come again, folks. It's the first week in the month of December. Be careful. Do all you can to stay safe, you and your family. God is very important. All right? So please give him his space and let him be in the center of your life, and you will be like me and so many others. Good to go. Good night.
Okay. Oh God. Caribbean so say after the great someone he pray. Oh God. That's funny. All right, let me see the closing comments here. Okay, Hanif, Mr. Intellectual. There's none so blind who holds prejudice in his heart. There's none so blind who holds prejudice in his heart. But may I say, Wall Street, don't be shocked if Rowley gets the boot too. Then what's next for you, Wall Street? So listen to this. I read Buddy tell me, Tommy. I read Buddy tell me that I think it's over for Colin Booth too. That's why I read Buddy told me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The red Buddy told me about Hines, and I read Buddy will spin my left ear that it might be over for Colin Booth. They tell me about our next one, you know, but I want to think the one with Camille Regis Robinson. I want to believe that one. They tell me that one too, but I want to believe that one. PNM Fox closing comments, a new household budget survey. Oh God, we read this already. We read that one already, PNM Fox. All right, let me read it. A new household budget survey from the Central Statistical Office has suggested that there are more wealthy people of African ethnicity in Trinidad and Tobago than any other group. In fact, in all but two categories of monthly income, there are more Africans than Indos earning high salaries. Right? PNM Fox, you could believe what you want to believe, you know. You could believe whatever you want to believe. Folks, we out of here. See you tomorrow. I'm going to take care of this thing here.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. be one. From now on, that's how it shall be. From now on, all division done. As today united we stand. The people of Trinbago, one country, one nation, one island. Chutney Pan and Calypso, it's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good, I'm sure. If we want to build a real nation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on, love and tea is we. From now on, race do not matter. From now on, we means unity. From now on, we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and